Hey guys, this is Anonymous Adam. Thanks for tuning in to Enough Said TV 101. We're going to dive deep into this wormhole. What if we were conditioned for so long to think outside of the Bible? What if we were conditioned to think aliens was a totally separate entity than demons or angels? What if we were conditioned to think that way? Well, you have been. I want you to look at this verse here and tell me exactly what do you think Jesus is saying? I want you to forget everything that your Sunday school teacher or your pastor may have told you about the flood, about just all of these hybrids being giants. What if they were not all giants? And I assure you they weren't. They were not all giants. They were not beastly looking, not every one of them. It was a mixture. Think about your mythological gods, Hercules. I mean, just think about all the little g gods. Are they really mythological? These were hybrids. When you guys hear about alien abductions, have you ever thought maybe that the mixing of blood is still going on? Have you ever thought maybe these aliens are not exactly aliens? Maybe they're angels or demons? Now look at that verse again. Jesus already warned us. He told us twice in the Bible the word replenish was used. It was used before the flood and it was used after the flood. Men of old, men of renown, the little g's, your mythological people, hybrids. You hear about abductions. You hear about visitations in the middle of the night. When these visitations take place, you better believe that there's some hybrid creation going on. Think about the flood. This was huge. There was water gushing from the earth, and it was coming down at the same time. It was huge. It covered the whole earth, and it didn't take long. It was very quick. There was not a dry spot on the planet. The entire planet was covered. This was God's wrath. God did this out of fury. He was angry. The book of Enoch will actually give you a little more description of what it was that angered God so much. The abomination. And he wasn't able to get rid of all of them. There was still some after the flood. Many refer to them as Nephilim. They are the hybrid, the creation between women and angels. Not every abduction has been proven wrong. Not every one of them have been proven factual. But whenever these abductions happen, and you have these hybrids, they could be hybrid in so many different ways. It's just unbelievable. They could be just super smart, look the same as everybody else. They could have disfigurations. Not all of them are just, as blatantly noticeable, but they could still be there. They could look completely normal. They could live life without even knowing that they're hybrids. Most of them will probably have some type of a superpower. And I'm not talking about like a Superman, Batman type of, which those comics then were based off of hybrids anyway, but they will have some type of power. They'll have some type of just possibly a seventh sense. In all honesty, you have been conditioned through comics, movies, through the government. Everybody has been conditioned. When you look at comics and the characters, you're being conditioned. What is society gonna say whenever the unveiling of hybrids is worldwide? How are people gonna react to it? Slowly but surely, and little by little, the government is ramping up for something. The media is ramping up for something. What is it? The unveiling of UFOs. Now they're gonna openly just give out records, and they're starting to come forward about the UFOs that have been going into the ocean, the USOs, and little by little, there's going to be a wordplay. There's always going to be a wordplay. They've been doing it for years. They they just stick a better sounding word on a title. It's the same thing. It's just a different flavor for all the people that are gullible. The play on words goes deep within the government, with all governments. They always do a play on words. They want it to sound great. You know, they put this nice candy coated outer covering, outer shell, but they got poison right into the middle of it. They do it with bills all the time. They do it with your freedoms. They do it with information, especially with the mainstream media. Right now, the mainstream media is the most powerful, especially the United States mainstream media. It is the most powerful thing on this planet. The United States media can cause war. The United States media can cause havoc. The United States media can cause racial tension. The United States mainstream media can cause wars with us and other countries. The United States mainstream media can sway government officials in their elections. The media is the most powerful thing in the world. And right now, they're going to start disclosure on UFOs and otherworldly things. I mean, come on. There is something going on, something wrong. And in the middle of this, the Middle East is just, uh, Israel is being attacked left and right. You have Palestinians marching into the West Bank, and I mean, they are just unloading bombshells over into Israel. And the media is silent. You don't hear none of it.